Welcome back everybody, Nate here, and in today's video we're going to be talking about the group versus the solo experience going on a holiday. So let's get straight to it. We'll start off with the group one first, because it's just a bit easier. So the first point is build up of ideas, having a lot of different perspectives and opinions of what the trip is going to involve in terms of activities, where you're staying, what you're doing, where you're going. There's loads of different ideas and perspectives that you can take on during the group. Whilst there is a lot of ideas and opinions involved, there's also the downside of filtering it down to what is going to be happening and making that decision. Number two is being able to save money. Now, whilst you're in groups, you can split the bill, or you can get bigger discounts. The more people there are, the more opportunities there are to save money. But again, on the other side of that, sometimes it could be a bit controversial in terms of what you're doing and how the bill has been split in that perspective. It could be certain situations that you do save a lot of money, but other situations you might be spending a little bit more. So it really depends on what you're doing and where you're going. And the last point is, in terms of a group, is being relaxed. So there could be certain people taking control of the situation at one different point, and then you at a different point, etc, etc. It depends on how many people there are, depends on the circumstances and what you're doing. So once you're in a group of a lot, like 6 people or 4 people, or however many there is, you can sustain the amount of control that you have in terms of where you're going or what you're doing, but also taking control of the situation in terms of social environments as well. Are you going out with people that you haven't met before, or are you doing for a specific place? So is it your turn to decide? Just depends. So those are the 3 points in terms of joining with a group. So you've got build up of ideas, perspectives, saving money, and just being relaxed, but also in the control element of it. So people take control, and in that perspective you can be relaxed. So let's go on to the solo experience. So my favourite one is personal growth, just working out who you are as a person, what you're doing, and how you can conduct yourself in social and individual environments. You will get a lot of views and a lot of noise in that perspective of, oh, you're doing it by yourself, but that's just irrelevant. You're doing it for your personal growth, you're doing it for your experience, and these are the stories you can share with other people when you come back or in the future. Second point is allowing flexibility. So being able to be flexible in what you're doing, how you're doing it, what's your itinerary saying. Are you, I don't know, you don't need to eat at a certain time, or whatever your daily habits consist of, you can transfer that to when you're going abroad, and you have vast more flexibility in what you're doing, where you want to go. If you want to leave, if you're not comfortable, leave. If you're happy to stay longer, stay. Depends on whatever you're doing, you always have the flexibility to do what you want to do and when you want to do it. And the last point is the decision-making process. The decisions are all on you. So some people are quite good at being decisive, some aren't. So it really gives you an opportunity, if you're not, to be more decisive. And when you are, to really lock in that decisiveness that you have already, and you can apply it to other situations in the future. So for me, I can be quite decisive. And then once I've made my decision, it's gonna stick. If obviously something changes, I can also be flexible to decide. So it's all on me, and that's something I like to do. Now, what is your preference? What is my preference? Now, this is a difficult one because both have attributes that I want to be involved in both. So if I'm going to go with a group, I did the both of the situations. I'm with the boys, with my friends. But then also I can take a few hours for myself to say, okay guys, I'm just going to chill out for a bit by myself, or I'm going to experience this by myself, and I'll catch you up a bit later. So you get the best of both worlds in that situation. Going solo, again, it's a personal growth, but it depends on your preferences. And you can also make the friends when you're out there, so get to know other people and get to see how they experience life and their cultures and where they're from. So if I was to pick, it'll probably be going solo. That's just my preference. I have been in a fortunate position where I've been with a lot of friends abroad, but then I've also had taken the opportunity to go away by myself as well. So it really depends on your preference, but I really think you need to decide on what you prefer and taking attributes from both perspectives in terms of a group and solo, and see where you kind of slot into that position, so to speak. But what are your thoughts, and what is your preference? Do you like drawing in a group, or do you like drawing solo? Let me know in the comments. I'm really interested to know what you think in different perspectives, and I'll be in touch soon with another video. Nate.